moving on, I believe my print center is next, and it is. All right, so next to me, which you can't hear, but I get to hear the loud cutting and chopping and sawing going on next door. They don't really saw. That part was a joke. Is we have a full-service print center in our headquarters here at Chantilly. Now, why do you have a full-service print center, Donnie? Because you just talked about all this tech and how it's important. It is, but I think there's still a value in print advertising and print marketing in real estate, and we want to help make you do that better, easier, more efficiently, cheaper, and better. Efficiently and better are probably the same word. So just act like I said efficiently and cheaper, and then you'll be better off. So first of all, you can print in any of our 32 locations for free, standard color printing, standard black and white printing, whatever you want, everyday real estate printing is all covered for free. Now, does that include coming in to print 1,000 flyers for your church picnic? Not so much, okay? It's a little bit of an honor system, but I trust you, you don't make me violate your trust, all right? So any everyday real estate color printing is free. Now, what's the print center for then, Donnie? Print center's for all this other cool stuff I'm going to show you. The first thing is postcards. So we have standard postcards, which are regular cardstock, and they have a bleed around the edge, which means the color doesn't go all the way to the edge. This is what I used for 13 years, and they were super successful. Say that a couple times fast. And then we have what our fancy new machines do, which is our premium postcards. Much thicker cardstock, bleeds all the way to the edge. Right here we have 3 19-foot machines that are super dupers, and then a couple smaller machines that make all this happen. Now, we give you lots of free printing. What do we give you free? We give you 300 postcards when you join our company announcing that you've joined Sampson Properties. You can send to all your database. They don't really care where you work most times. They care about you. But what it is, it's a touch point that you can reach out to your clients and remind them that you're out there, you're kicking tail in real estate, and you'd love to help them with their next home purchase or their referral of theirs. So 300 free when you join. The next things we do are, for every listing, we give you 100 free just listed postcards around that house that you're putting on the market. For every open house you do, we give you 300 free postcards to renters around that open house. Why renters? Because they're the next buyers that you want to come to that open house, or the next buyers that you're going to hopefully get in your car and go find something else. So let me pause real quick. Donnie, let me get this straight. When we join you, every new listing, we get a free website, a free Facebook ad, and 100 just listed postcards. Every open house, we get a free Facebook ad and 300 just listed, or 300 open house postcards around that house. Yes, all that stuff for free to create more business for you, because it's not about how much I can charge you, but how much can I make you going forward. So we've got all these built in for free. Now, what if I want more, Donnie? Well, we let you buy more. Postcards, standard 45 cents, premium 50 cents each. That includes postage, the labor, the paper, all that kind of stuff. Now that might not seem like a big deal when I say labor, but to a kid that grew up as a realtor's kid, me and my brother were on the couch watching Orioles games all through our teens, putting on labels on top of postcards for $2 an hour or whatever the heck my dad was paying me. And that makes a big difference, this labor and how quick it is now. I can email in my postcard, I can email my spreadsheet, bang, I'm done with it. Charge my credit card $200, send out my 400 postcards, and I move on with my day. So it's super efficient, super cheap, and ready for you to use. Now, if you said, Donnie, that postcard is great, but I want to do more. The postcards are 50 cents each, right? 50 cents each in the mail. What we have, the next best step up is these newsletters. So this is 4 pages of premium paper, premium quality, and you can mail this. You put a 4-page newsletter in the mail, that's got to cost $2 or $3 to mail. Nope. We charge just $1 each. $1 each to put this in the mail. So you can use the postcard, 50 cents, or 4 pages of great stuff that you can put in here for $1 each mailed, includes postage, the whole 9 yards. Now, we give you a standard neighborhood, the neighborhood flyer, Sampson Properties every month, that you can use. Take out Danny's picture, put in yours, you can use our newsletter. Now, what I'm going to tell you is, don't use my newsletter. What does that mean? Have a purpose. In my opinion, there's 2 purposes, and you might have another one, but I have 2 purposes that I would use this for if I were you. One is for past clients, sphere of influence, people that know you. That's going to look a little different, right? Write a little bit about what you think's going on in the market. And the inside, put the pictures that you've recently sold in the last couple months or whatever activity's going on with you. Maybe even include something in the back about what's going on with your family or whatever's going on in your life or your opinion on the Nats or whatever's important to you. Because these people, they care about you. They care about you in a professional sense, but they also want to see, what's going on with you personally. They theoretically used to use you, so they want a little bit more personal touch in their newsletter. They are so much more likely to refer you, use you again, reach out, tell their friends about you, all that kind of fun stuff if they have a connection with you every month. You can email this for free, or you can mail it for $1 each. I would send this out to the 300 or 400 people on my sphere of influence list every single month. You might say, Donnie, 300 times 12 is $3,600. It is. But you know what? You need half of one more transaction a year to pay for that. I cannot imagine if you send this newsletter to 300 people 12 times, you're not going to get one more referral a year than you would have gotten if you did nothing. So I would be all about this. Now, the second path that I would take is farming a neighborhood. Well, if I'm going to farm a neighborhood, make it about the neighborhood. Don't send out a generic newsletter that has homes in Maryland in it if you're going to South Riding, Virginia. So I would make it about South Riding. Congratulations to the baseball team for making the World Series. Remember, we got a big the big movie on the town green. We got the big Easter egg hunt, this weekend. Remember to bring your kids. We got a big pool party coming up. Remember when the pools were open? That was fun. Maybe again someday. So we've got all sorts of fun stuff. When you open it up, give me the most recent houses that have sold around me. Don't position yourself as the neighborhood expert and don't put anything out about the neighborhood. If you make it about the neighborhood, now they want to open your newsletter because they're finding out stuff. They know what's going on. They know you have a beat on what's going on in the neighborhood. They're much more likely to call you. Our top realtors are using this in large doses. So my Uncle Casey's our #1 realtor. He did $90 million last year. He's spending $5,000 a month on these things. $5,000 a month. You think because he likes spending $5,000 a month? No. But he sends out 5,000 of these at $1 each, and every time he sends them out, he gets $2 million listings called him back. So what's that? Minimum 25 grand each he's making on those bad boys? Well, if you told me every time I spent $5,000 I was going to make $40,000 or $50,000 in calls back, I would do that every day of the week and twice on Sunday. So the newsletters are totally optional, but a great way to leverage it. Now, if this cost $3, $4, $5 each, would you do it? No, now the money's tight. But at $1 each, you can certainly make a lot of money off these if you invest back into them. All right, the next necessary evil when it comes to real estate printing is brochures. We have 3 levels of brochure. We have the standard brochure, which has my face on it here. I'm crushing my microphone, sorry about that. This is a 4-page standard brochure. We have tons of templates on the Cardinal Nest, which I'll show you in a minute. The Cardinal Nest is there for you to modify these up, save them as your brochure. You can print them on your local offices, or you can send these into the print center and we'll deliver them out to your office. As many as you want. I say try and do 30 at a time. Don't print out 100 and then sell the home in the first 5 minutes and throw 95 in the trash can. But you get the idea. You can do as many as you want on this. Now, we have these great printers, so we can do better, right? We've got our first one is a 4-page premium. Looks a lot like the newsletter quality. 4 pages, just different stuff on it, right? It's got a brochure template that you can work in. We've got lots of different templates you can work off for this. When we first unveiled the 4-page brochure, people said they were going to the local print center and spending $1.50, $2 at least on something like this each. We charge just 50 cents each. So you got a new listing, you want 50 of them, $25. No brainer, super easy. Now, what I would do is the last one. If I was listing a home that was of any good quality and I thought I could fill it up with good pictures. This is an 8-page premium brochure. This has 8 pages of premium goodness. We obviously have templates that are vertical, not just horizontal, but we have lots of templates that you can work off of. Now, that's got to cost $2 or $3. That looks super beautiful, easy to put out. Just 75 cents each. 75 cents each. You got a new great listing, put 50 of those in an order for 50, charge my credit card $37. I'll have those out there all day. Now, why? Between you and I and the fence post, has a brochure ever sold a house? Probably not, and it probably never will. But who loves brochures? The seller. The seller loves brochures. They love you're going to put that beautiful 8-page brochure in their house, and they're going to have the 123center.com website that you're going to put up for them, and they're going to love the fact that you're giving them those brochures. You know who else is going to love those brochures and make a great impression? The neighbors and anybody else that walks in that open house or walks in that house at any point. you have the ability, it's not just that listing. You want to continue to get, you want that to lead to the second, third, fourth, fifth listing and the referrals that come off of that. Well, by making your signage look great, your brochures look top-notch, the individualized website, the Facebook ads, the postcards you mail out, when you do all these things that we're giving you almost everything for free or like very, very little cost, you look like an A-plus realtor from beginning to end. They might not be ready to sell for 6 months or a year, but you know what they're going to do? They're going to put that 8-page beautiful brochure in their drawer and they're going to say, look, when we're ready to sell, we're going to interview Donnie because he looked like he had his stuff together. So those brochures will help you accomplish that for a super cheap cost. The last thing we do in our print center is buyer and seller guides. So we have these put together. These were all written by me. They're not some national, boilerplate thing. I wrote all these at every single word that I would say to a seller about getting a contract and the steps till the end, or from a buyer from the first time I met them until the time we get to closing. These are all fully customizable on our website. You can change the picture, you can change the names, you can change every word inside of it. Now, when I was selling, I had an ugly Word doc that I used, and I would give it out to the sellers, and they loved it because it was great information, but it didn't look very pretty. Well, now we've got great, beautiful graphic designers and all this kind of great stuff going on. Now we can make this look beautiful, and this is a great piece, fully customizable. Now, you can email this to your clients for free because email is free, but if you want to print it in a beautiful book like this in our print center, how much does it cost? 10 cents a page. So if this is 20 pages long, it's $2. I would have 20 of these ready at all times. I'm at my kid's game this weekend, and they say, hey, Donnie, I'm thinking about buying a house. Great. What do you do now? You give them your card and say, I'll call you on Monday. Well, it's a lot more powerful if you say, hey, hold on a second. You go to your car, you pull out this beautiful buyer guide, and you give it to them. They get home, and they're going through this and like, this is amazing. They've given me the whole playbook, and I haven't even started the game yet. I don't know if I'm going to buy or not, but if I do, I'm definitely using Donnie because he's got his act together. These are beautiful pieces that are going to leave a great first impression and manage your client's expectations for the whole transaction because they know everything that's going to happen before it happens. So the buyer and seller guides are super great and beneficial to you all. And I'm going to try and find my book here so that I don't lose my spot. So that's everything that our great print center does.